Hello, I'm Michael.
I'm Sally, and this is Wrestle MSX.
Hello, and welcome to our first look at SmackDown. I'm really looking forward to this to see what Reigns has to say about his epic battle with Cody, if he's got anything to say at all.
The show opened with Cody coming down to the ring. Good to see the champion on both Raw and SmackDown. Do hope he keeps it up. Chants of "You deserve it" echoed around the arena as he stood in the ring, drinking in adulation. Cody mentioned that he knew what The Rock gave him on Monday, saying he knew instantly what it was. Something that he, Cody, had gifted to The Rock. We still don't know what this is. Then, referencing The Rock about coming for him when he comes back, Cody happily said, "I'll be standing right here," pretty much throwing down the gauntlet to The Rock.
We then saw Solo, Jimmy, and Heyman walking past Cody's locker room. Heyman saying, if we want our locker room back, then we have to bring the championship back home, and that's by order of the tribal chief. Hope we'll see Reigns later on.
First match of the night was LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, and Santo Escobar in a triple threat. Winner advances to the number one contenders match. As soon as the bell rang, Lashley and Knight teamed up against Escobar. Escobar finally escaping the ring and getting away, while Lashley looked on. Knight went for the quick pin on Lashley, but to no avail. After Escobar got back in the ring, Lashley set him up in the corner on the top rope. Trading punches, Escobar managing to push Lashley away. As Lashley hits the mat, LA Knight jumps straight into the top rope, setting up Escobar for a superplex. But just as he's about to hit it, Lashley comes back and powerbombs LA Knight as Knight performs a superplex on Escobar. It's a spot we've all seen before, but always looks so impressive.
Lashley covers Escobar for a 2 count, then Knight goes for a cover on Lashley, who also kicks out at 2. Escobar then goes double knees crazy, hitting Lashley and LA Knight. Santos then goes for a phantom driver on LA Knight, who manages to get away, hitting a power slam and an elbow on the downed Escobar. LA Knight then waits for Escobar to get up, presumably waiting to hit BFT, when he gets jumped by Garza and Humberto. Knight then gets triple power bombed. As the three men survey the damage, Lashley gets back into the ring to mount a fight back, but is ultimately overwhelmed by the numbers. After he takes a beating, the Street Profits charge down to the ring and all hell breaks loose. Los Lotharios end up outside the ring, B-Fab gives Lopez a big boot, and Ford goes flying over the top rope, hitting both Garza and Humberto. As Lashley looks at the carnage, Santos sneaks up from behind and gets a 2 count. Lashley then hits the flatliner and prepares for a spear, which Santos evades. With Lashley hitting the ring post and taking himself out, LA Knight capitalizes and hits Escobar with BFT, picking up the win and advancing to the number one contenders match for next week.
Backstage, we see LWO giving an interview, with Mysterio saying he feels he's got another run in him as WWE champion. And to be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing Bray as champion again.
About time we had it again. Next out was Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, and Paul Heyman, and I'm actually looking forward to this to see what they've actually got to say about it all. Heyman started by saying that they accepted accountability for the loss, but Roman had taken his eye off the ball when he had a chance to either hit Seth or Cody with a chair at WrestleMania, and he'd obviously decided to hit Seth because he feels he has unfinished business with him. Sounds like a feud setup to me, but we'll have to wait and see. Solo then interrupted Heyman, saying losing has consequence, and consequence needs change. Solo moved him out of the way, hugged Jimmy, and told him he loved him. Jimmy said the same to Solo, but was then jumped by Tama Tonga. Jimmy took a beating and 3 Samoan spikes. Heyman tries to call Reigns, but Solo snatches his phone off him and stomps on it. Solo, Tama Tonga, and a rather reluctant Heyman then raise their fingers in acknowledgement and leave the ring.
Next up is Cameron Grimes versus Bron Breakker. Good luck, Cameron. It pretty much went as we expected. After a little offense by Grimes, he went onto the top rope, only for Breakker to pick him out of mid-air and plant him on the mat. Bron then hit the spear and got the 3 count. Over and done. I quite like him. He's no nonsense. Game face, gets the job done.
That's what you want. After the break, we had AJ Styles confidently saying he was going to beat Kevin Owens and Rey Mysterio in their triple threat match to advance to the number one contenders match next week against LA Knight.
Bayley was up next, saying how proud she was to be champion and thanking the fans for their support. As Bayley seemed to be offering an open challenge, she got interrupted by Tiffany Stratton, saying she'll accept the challenge, Bailey said, "No, I was offering a title shot to Naomi." Stratton replied that Naomi couldn't find the title in the dark if it glowed. Cue Naomi. Naomi accepted Bailey's offer of a title shot, but first wanted to deal with Stratton, right here, right now.
Coming back from the break, we checked in on Jimmy Uso, who was in the medical office. Heyman came out and was about to talk when Tamara interrupted him and said, by orders of the tribal chief, so I can only assume that Reigns has ordered a hit on Jimmy.
Straight into the action from the break, we see Naomi go for a cover on Stratton for a 2 count. Both women got good offense, with both getting 2 counts before Naomi finished the match with a jackknife pin after a double leg takedown.
Next, we had a promo from A-Town Down Under, claiming to be the greatest undefeated tag team champions of all time. We then see the Street Profits and the New Catch Republic with Nick Aldis, who says he'll find them a match next week.
Next, we see Chelsea Green and Piper Niven make their way to the ring for a tag match against Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Green and Belair started the match, but Green soon tagged out. Niven came in, threw Belair to the corner and climbed the rope to hit a splash on Belair, but Belair rolled out of the way. Piper made the tag to Green just as did Belair to Cargill. Chelsea knew she was in trouble, and she wasn't wrong. One move later, 3 slaps of the mat put Green away for an easy win.
Next up, the main event, a triple threat between Rey Mysterio, AJ Styles and Kevin Owens to see who will face LA Knight in next week's #1 contenders match. It started at a very quick pace, all 3 men interacting with one another as soon as the bell rang, and it didn't take long for all of them to be outside of the ring either. KO hitting AJ with a cannonball before all 3 got back inside the ring. AJ went for a German suplex on Rey, but as he threw him over his back, KO caught him. Rey then hit a DDT on KO, and with the momentum going Rey's way, he then hit AJ with a DDT and went for the cover, only getting a 2 count. AJ then went for a pin on Rey after he hit him with a modified neckbreaker, but again only for a 2 count. A little later, KO monkey flipped Rey onto AJ's shoulders, and Rey hitting a hurricanrana on AJ, setting him up for a 619. KO reacting to this and rushed over to Rey, but Mysterio was too quick and pulled the top rope to send Owens to the outside. Mysterio then hit the 619 on AJ, and as Rey was about to leap onto the top rope to finish off AJ, KO grabbed Mysterio and hit him with a stunner on the apron. With AJ lying prone inside the ring, Owens climbed the turnbuckle to hit a senton. AJ got his knees up. Now it was AJ's turn to climb the corner. As he did, Mysterio jumped Styles and tried to hit a hurricanrana. Styles foiled this, turned it into a Styles clash, and planted it on Owens. AJ rolled up Mysterio for the pin, and that was it. The 1, 2, 3, and it was all over. As SmackDown wrapped up, LA Knight entered the ring and squared up to AJ for some good old trash talk, as the show faded to black. All in all, pretty good show. I was hoping Reigns would turn up, but then I suppose that's the mystique of his character, and he's not always going to be there. But never mind, it's still all in all a good show.
Definitely agree. I really enjoyed the triple threat matches, especially AJ, Rey, and Owens. Really good, really quick pace.
Rapid.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely should watch it if you can. And once again, thank you for watching.